Hi, everybody. So I posted on my Facebook page earlier that I feel like the child support system needs to be destroyed. And I do. And it got a lot of feedback, which is what I wanted. I wanted us to be able to have a conversation about this. And because I believe that's what we should do, we need to talk about the issues. And one of the comments on there in particular that stood out for me, and it's something that we often hear, is that if men don't want children, that they should take the proper precautionary measures. You never hear that said to a woman. The only precautionary measure that a man has is either not having sex or wearing condoms or sterilization, and in this case, let's be realistic and say his only option is condoms. Whereas women, we have over 30 methods of birth control available to us, and if that fails, we have emergency contraception called Plan B. If that fails, we have abortion. If that fails, we have adoption. So considering that we as women have all the options, I think that it's our responsibility to prevent unwanted pregnancies. It's that simple. Yes, there are men out there who say, oh, I love you and I want to have a baby with you. I want to give you the world. But what's more important than what he says is what he does. If a man really wants to be with a woman, he's going to provide provision for her. He's going to be willing to make a commitment to her. He's going to tell her as well as show her that this is what he wants. We as women find ourselves in situations where we're choosing horrible men and expecting them to be great fathers. The time to determine if a man will be a good father is before you have children with him. Period. The child support system, abortions allow women to be reckless with their vaginas. Period. It does. And unlike women, men don't have options of escape. In the event that a woman decides that she doesn't want to be a mother, she can just have an abortion. What are the options for men who decide they don't want to be fathers? There aren't any. A woman can have a baby or as many babies as she wants to, as recklessly as she would like to. And she has things available to her such as WIC, food stamps, cash assistance, subsidized housing, car vouchers. You name it, typically she can get it. Whereas a man who can't take care of his kids, he's thrown under the jail. He doesn't have a driver's license. Or he's hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt for a child he didn't want to begin with. It is as simple as this. Stop forcing men who don't want to be fathers, and you won't have so many children out here who don't have a dad or someone to love them, to raise them properly. If you know that it takes two to have a baby, what makes you think it doesn't take two to raise one? Two loving people. You need to make it an expectation for men to make a commitment to you before they can lay with you, before they can have babies with you. Women, we need to be more responsible with our bodies and be honest about the choices that we make. Did you know that 59% of black women don't know who their baby's father is? Did you know that? What does that tell you? Does that mean the men are whores or that the women are? Because that would tell me that women are being reckless. And instead of being held accountable for their recklessness, they're rewarded for it. And the only people who suffer are the men and the children. Yet we're supposed to exalt women as queens. Queens of what? And you may not like what I'm saying. You might find it offensive, and I really don't care because the truth is sometimes offensive. It doesn't feel good all the time. And we need to be honest about this, ladies. We need to be held responsible and accountable for our actions. And that includes who we allowed to sleep with us and who we sleep with. Because we women are out there just as bad as the men are, if not worse. I know women who've had sex with over 50, 60 guys. How do you have sex with so many men in a 72-hour window that you can get pregnant? That you don't know who your baby's father is. And yet we don't call these women out for what they are, which they're whores, reckless. But we expect these men to jump up and say, yeah, I'm that baby's father. I want to take care of you and take care of them. No. Be realistic, ladies. Make better choices in men. Choose men that want to be with you. Make a commitment to you. And then have babies. If we did that, there will be a lot less unwanted children in this world. There will be a lot less single mothers out here. Because as much as we like to say, oh, she's strong, she's a single mother, there is nothing strong or beautiful about being a single mother, especially when it's a result of your own reckless choices. Period.